As you can see, we've finished our build of the new electric cabinet. And so we thought that we were ready to hook it up, but after reading the manual for the batteries, they suggest that you actually charge it up to a specific charge. And here they state 27.1 because we're using 24-volt batteries, as well as then once they're charged to equalize them for 12 to 24 hours to connect them. I've made the cables to connect them up, and we will connect the positive and the positive together, and then the same for the negative and negative, and let it sit there for 12 to 24 hours. But because we bought the batteries about 4 months ago, there was a discharge, and in the manual we probably, if we measure the voltage, we charged the one battery yesterday. What we'll do is we'll measure the voltage on the second one, .39. So if you look at 26.39, roughly 26.4 is 90%, so we lost 10%. We'll charge the battery now, and we got a battery charger that supports both lithium, normal AGM batteries, as well as what we have, the lithium iron phosphate batteries. This is one that picks up automatically on 12 and 24 volt. So what we'll do is we'll set these clamps apart. They state that you basically plug it in, configure it, and then connect it. So what we'll do is we'll plug it in, and as you can see, it's switched on. It kept the default setting that I changed yesterday to lithium iron phosphate, and make sure that you plug it in, so positive and negative. You can hear it switch on. And it picked up that it's 24 volt. And now it starts charging. We charge at 10 amps. And what we will do is we'll let it charge up to 27.1. This one will actually read 27.3. And if you use a voltmeter, it will actually state 27.1. So we trust the voltmeter better than what we trust this device. Having completed step 1 to basically charge both batteries and try to get them at the same charge, what we'll do is we'll use the voltmeter to confirm. And battery 1 is 26.81 and battery 2 is 26.82. The documentation require that it's 0.1 within the range, so we are within 0.01 of a range. In order to handle the current, what we've done is used the 2 odd cables that we had left over, and we made our 2 connectors. And what I'll be doing now is connecting the 2 positives with the bolts that were supplied. And what they do require is that you actually use insulated gloves when you connect it. These are leather gloves. And let's put the first one in.
So positive first?
Yeah, positive first. I'm just going to tighten it by hand, and then afterwards we'll torque it up to the right specification. always start a bolt or nut by hand to make sure you don't get any cross threading. Last one. As you can see, if I used a tool for that, I would have had cross threading on that. Okay, all started by hand, and the documentation called for 10 Newton meters, and this socket is set, this wrench is set to 10 Newton meters. And what we'll do now is torque it up. You can hear the click. And now they connected in parallel, basically the two positives together, the two negatives, as outlined in the documentation. And now we let it sit for 12 hours to balance each other out. And this is how the batteries are connected currently. We'll let it sit for 12 hours, maybe 24. And tomorrow is the big day. We are actually going to connect it to the electric cabinet and flip all the switches to on.